local all morning. The Fox 61 Morning News starts now.
And first at 6, breaking news overnight. A suspect is in custody, wanted in connection to a killing in Milford. We'll tell you what we know this morning.
And we now know when some previous convictions for cannabis possession could start being cleared. Details on that ahead.
Also, it's been 81 years since the date which will live in infamy. We'll tell you what's being done here in Connecticut to honor the lives lost during the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor.
6 o'clock. Good Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for choosing to be with us this morning here on Fox 61 America Areas.
And I'm Tim Lambers. Yes, good morning. We're going to start with the forecast here. It is a rainy summer morning in mid-December. That's Scott. Go figure.
Am I not awake yet? Did he say something?
Yeah, I did.
I see where you went there. Good morning. Welcome back.
Nice
to see you. Nice to see you at home as well. We have a forecast that is wet for now. And yes, to Tim's point, it's a little on the warm side this morning. I'll show you the numbers in a second. The rain continues a little more this morning and then kind of off and on throughout the afternoon. Mild temperatures still in control. However, there is a definite December feel to the temperatures this weekend. Good morning to you in this summer morning. Numbers in the 50s. Whoa, 54 to 57 out there. The numbers have not cooled off at all after getting to a mild level last night. So definitely warm out there, warm and wet. We have some showers still pushing through, mainly east of 91. We're going to zip in a little closer on the live Doppler to Tolland County, where we've got one speck right along 84 of some slightly elevated activity approaching Willington 320 over the next couple of minutes up towards Union. Not a big deal, but it is the heaviest by far of what we're going to be dealing with. We'll get this out of the way in the morning period, but there's still a couple more scattered showers that we'll deal with off and on, mainly in the later afternoon as this front swings through, and that will lead into a change in the forecast. First, we'll clear it out, and then we'll cool it down. So temperatures, look at this, 56 now, 58 later, not moving out at all. We have numbers that are more like December. We'll talk about those coming up in a few minutes. Let's go to the roads right now, see what the rain's doing to the highways and byways out there. Lauren Zenzi.
Luckily, in terms of incidents or accidents, Matt, it's not doing anything yet. But we do want to be mindful. Give yourself plenty of time to get where you need to go. Slow down. Put the windshield wipers on. There is definitely going to be ponding on the roadways, so be mindful of that. A lot of splashing when you're on the major highways. So just be careful out there. Take it slow. We do have a little bit of a delay on the eastbound side of I-84 right out near Registler Field, but overall, no incidents or crashes to report. 91 moving smooth in and out of the capital city. Same thing on 84 following suit in and out of the town of Hartford. Now let's look out in Hartford. Things are moving smooth, as you can see right there, right near our Trinity College exit. And then as we're going down to the New Haven, West Haven area, 91 over to 95 is looking good. We did have some delay on the northbound side of I-91, but as of right now, that has gone away. Bridgeport to Fairfield, you'll definitely be tapping the brakes on 95. Over in Trumbull, we're seeing some delays start to ramp up on the Merritt Parkway. Waterbury's looking good as of right now. We'll check in again on the roads coming up at 6:30 for now. Tim and Eric, I'll send things back over to the desk.
Lauren, thanks so much. All right, breaking from overnight here, Milford police say one man was killed in what police are calling a targeted attack.
It happened near Salem Walk in Merwin Avenue. Now, Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live in Milford with the details on what happened here. Brooke, good morning.
Well, good morning to you both. Milford police tell us that homicide suspect is in custody at this time. And neighbors I spoke with say that police started arriving in their neighborhood around 8:30 last night. Now, Milford police have not released very many details about this scene at this time. But what we do know is that officers say that they were called to a home in the Salem Walk neighborhood around 8:30 last night. Now, they say when they arrived, they found a person dead inside one of the homes. They've not released any information about that victim or how they were killed. Police tell us the suspect ran away from that scene, but within about an hour, they did update their Twitter saying that they were able to locate the suspect and take that person into custody. They say that they believe this homicide was a targeted attack. Now, MPD has not released any information on that suspect either, but whenever I called them this morning, they said that they are working on investigating this scene, and they say that they are working to learn more details. We have not been able to get inside that apartment and condo complex there. This is private property, so we are not sure at this time if that scene is still active, but we are hoping to learn more information as the morning goes on. Live in Milford, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61 News.
All right, Brooke, thanks for the update. We will check back shortly. Meantime, in Hartford, one man is in critical condition after police say he was shot several times. It happened somewhere in the area of Clifford Street just after 9:30 last night. No arrests have been made so far, and police have not said what led up to the shooting.
Well, now at 6, a second chance for around 44,000 people who have low-level cannabis possession convictions. The governor announced they're going to either be fully or partially wiped clean from those people's records next month. This is all part of the state's legalization of adult-use recreational marijuana last year. Hartford defense attorney Richard Brown said this will help people with prior cannabis possession convictions to find housing, jobs, and schooling.
Most of the time, people that are convicted of marijuana type of cases are people that are really ordinary people.
People should get a second chance in life. I am concerned, though, over the last 10 years, we've seen a real casual attitude taken toward our criminal justice system.
So, convictions for possession of under 4 ounces of a non-narcotic, non-hallucinogenic substance will all be erased if those convictions happen between the start of 2000 and the end of September 2015. If you have a record within that time frame, you don't need to do anything to be eligible. It's going to happen automatically. There are other convictions people can have erased too if they file a petition in Superior Court.
Civil rights leaders say there is a rise of racist and anti-Semitic incidents nationwide, and they say people need to speak up against it. Southbury is just the latest community to see messages of white supremacy in several places around town. This also included anti-LGBTQ rhetoric. Some neighbors waking up to it right on their driveways.
This is the 8th time in the past year that a town in Connecticut has had racist literature distributed on its streets and in its parks, and that's very disturbing for the residents that lives there.
I was furious. My children are black, and it hit literally very close to home, and that was difficult for me to think that my children could pick this up and read it and feel some kind of way about themselves.
According to the most recent FBI data, hate crimes rose to the highest level in over a decade in 2020. And the Anti-Defamation League reports anti-Semitism reached an all-time high here in the U.S. in 2021. All right, to Newington now, where this man, 20-year-old Xander Estarema, faced the judge yesterday, accused of firing shots after a car crash in Newington on Monday night. You see him there now. Police say they were called to investigate shots fired on Monte Vista Avenue. As they were at the scene, another call came in for a crash at the intersection of Cedar Street and Willard Ave. Police say they saw Estarema walking away from that crash scene. They told him to stop, but he kept going. Eventually, officers caught up to him and arrested him. Police say they found a gun that Estarema tried to get rid of and that he was driving at least 80 miles an hour on Willard Avenue when the crash happened.
As of today, it's been 81 years since the attack on Pearl Harbor. Remembrances will happen across the country. Now, President Franklin D. Roosevelt famously called it a date which will live in infamy. It was a surprise attack on the U.S. naval base there in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. It killed more than 2,400 Americans and ultimately thrust America into World War II. At least 19 ships were damaged or destroyed over the course of the 75-minute attack. Last night, the Pearl Harbor Memorial Bridge in New Haven was lit up in red, white, and blue in honor of the people who died. And it's going to be lit up the same way again tonight. Governor Lamont has directed flags to fly at half-staff from sunrise to sunset today to honor the victims. And later this morning, he'll attend a National Guard ceremony in recognition of the day, along with the Lieutenant Governor.
Well, happening today in stores, UConn's Board of Trustees expected to meet at 9 o'clock this morning. Among the items expected to be discussed include adjustments to student fees. The university says it includes support to 4 additional mental health counselors and case managers. And they're also going to decide whether to replace the surface of the court inside Gamble Pavilion, which UConn says dates back to the 90s.
Also happening today, it is time for the big reveal.
Yes, the 2022 Time Person of the Year is going to be named today. This year's finalists include the U.S. Supreme Court, Elon Musk, and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky.